Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to Soundout's Pickups. Today we'll be taking a look at everything I picked up between April 13th and April 19th, 2019. This week was quite a variety. I say that a lot, but this in particular, then again, half of it is just one franchise. So let's just get to it. Let's start with the usual stuff. The usual stuff is the segment I like to talk about, which features the lines I normally pick up. It's nothing out of the ordinary, it's just kind of the next thing. And for that, we have Lightning Collection Lord Zed, which you may have seen a review of already. At least 1,500 of you have. So he showed up from Amazon early this week, which was quite a surprise, quite a shock, and I'm really happy. So I've already done a full review on him, so we're just going to put him off to the side and not talk about him anymore. And I think that pretty much does it for the usual stuff. The rest of the stuff is kind of unusual. Our next segment, we're going to talk about DVDs and Blu-rays, because that's like my other thing, that's like my main thing. So, this week we had the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly on Blu-ray from Funimation. This is the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook edition, which is a nice matte steelbook. I talk about this a lot. I like matte steelbooks as opposed to glossy. Looks very nice. Nice Broly on the back. The interior art's pretty cool because you got like Broly and Goku on the discs, and then Vegeta hanging out over here. And there's a big old picture of Goku in the back. So really nice steelbook, really good quality. Blu-ray, I've heard there's some green tinting issues. Funimation, get your stuff together. Anyways, so that's pretty cool. Put that off to the side for now. The other thing was me spending way too much money on a movie. We have Justice League vs. the Fatal 5. This is the Best Buy exclusive gift set. I got number 388 of 9,500. This was $34. Now, the Broly Steelbook was $28, which I thought was a little much, but I get it because anime. But this was kind of it's a little bit of a price to swallow, and that was this limited edition gift set. So it's empty right now because I pulled everything out. But what's inside is the 4K Blu-ray digital combo pack of Justice League vs. the Fatal 5, which is the movie that it takes place after Justice League Unlimited and brings us back to the DCAU properly. More so than Batman and Harley Quinn did, even though that movie is also canon. This is the 4K release. I do not own a 4K player. This is like the 5th or 6th 4K disc I own because they keep putting the exclusive cool physical bonuses with the 4K. I don't have a 4K player. I'm not planning to get a 4K player for a while. My 4K TV upscales, my Blu-ray player upscales. I am at the point where the difference between my double upscaling and full 4K is so minimal, my eyes are literally not going to be able to pick that up. So, I'm not upgrading to 4K right now. But this has a normal Blu-ray in it, and the main reason I got all this was because of this guy, Starboy. One of the main characters of the movie, one of the Legion of Superheroes, Legionnaires, and because of that, I had to get it. I usually get the sets with the figures for the DC movies. There's been a couple I skipped. I think I skipped Nightwing and Robin from a couple of the Batman movies just because I have a lot of Nightwing and Robin. I got steelbooks or something like that. Anyways, so not all the time do I get the figures, but here I did because it's Starboy, and there is like one other figure of Starboy, and it's the Mattel DC Signature Collection one. So I really wanted this because Legion of Superheroes is very near and dear to my heart. So for that, I spent an extra however much on the Blu-ray to get him, and it was totally worth it. So, moving right along, this week in video games, part of a Target sale, which included buy one, get one 50% off video games, I decided to pick up a couple, so we got Soul Calibur 6. I don't know why I just threw on a weird accent. Soul Calibur 6 has been super fun so far. If I can't hold on to it. Soul Calibur 6 has been super fun so far. I've really enjoyed it. The character customization's kind of nuts. I've already made like Lobo, Psylocke, and Angel. So I don't know why it's just all comic characters right now. It's just a thing, but really cool, really fun. I'm enjoying some of the story mode stuff. The characters are super nice. I like the new mechanics. Super duper fun. Kind of holding me over till Mortal Kombat, but also something I wanted to get. And then also the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I was gonna kind of wait for a Switch version, but you know, this works too. I have the Switch version of Crash Insane Trilogy, so it's kind of like getting them together. But I was like, you know what? I can get it for half off, and I like my PS4, so yeah. Pretty cool. Plus, it has like a huge install because 2 of the games aren't on the disc. So maybe it's good I didn't get it on Switch, because I had a lot more space than the PS4. So, that does it for video games. Now we move on to the other stuff. This is the stuff I don't normally pick up, but yet is the largest segment this week. Move Z off screen here so we don't have any accidents. Starboy. I'm just going to keep pulling things off of the table as we go. If no one minds that, then we're going to keep doing that. First up, we have the pop of Hellboy from the 2019 Lionsgate film. This is the one pop they released for the Hellboy movie, and so I was like, alright, I can get that. No problem. I have the comic Hellboy Pops as well. I enjoyed the movie as a Hellboy fan, but as a filmmaker, I was let down. The movie itself is not necessarily as bad as the internet makes it seem, but it's not the most amazing thing ever, and it's definitely not for the weak at heart. The movie's it's very interesting. If you're a Hellboy fan of the comics, specifically comics, if you're just the movies, you may not enjoy it as much, but as a comics fan, I really enjoyed it, and there was a lot of cool stuff, and there was a lobster in it, which Hellboy comic fans know what I'm talking about. So at the same place I got that, which was a vintage shop in the mall, ended up picking up Star Wars Legacy Collection Bosk. I believe this is Legacy Collection with the line. Anyways, I don't have a modern 3 3/4 inch Bosk, and yes, you might be saying, you might be typing down below, aren't you a 6-inch collector? What are you doing buying a 3 3/4 inch figure? Well, I am a 6-inch collector, and I have 6-inch Bosk, but I'm a huge Bosk fan, so I was like, I don't have this one, and the price isn't too bad, so I'm going to pick him up, and I really like him, and he's going to live on my desk, and it's going to be cool and fun. So that was cool. And then my find of the week, this is like, this is insane, I found a Beetleborgs Metallics Astroborgs Mantrons Centipix. Now, for those that know the Beetleborgs toy line, the Astroborgs wave, which contained the 4 Astroborgs and 2 of the Mantrons, were some of the hardest figures to find in the series, and I think Centipix is one of the rarest figures in general, because I can't even find any listings of him for sale, because I want to do some price comparison. So the vintage store I found this at in the mall was selling him for $8. He doesn't have his weapon, doesn't have anything like that, but his hand pegs are intact. He has all the centipede legs on him. His gimmick's a little not working exactly, and I'm not sure if it's a spring issue or what, but these things are screwed together, so I might take them apart and find out. But yes, Chrome's in good shape. I was like, you know what, I'm getting the Centipix. This is amazing. So this is absolutely a great find. So anyways, I got Centipix now. So 1 down, 5 to go. Probably never going to get the other 5 with the coins, so I wasn't worried about him not having the coin. And plus, without the Astral Sword, what's the point of having the coins? The Beetleborgs Metallics Astralborgs assortment was like a nightmare. Apparently, it was so understocked in areas that, yeah, they're becoming incredibly rare. So there's that. And then we get to this. Welcome to the planet of Etheria, because holy crap, I got a Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot in. So, for those that don't know, because most people probably don't, Big Bad Toy Store, a couple months ago, I think in January, sent out this email. It was like, yo, we raided one of Mattel's warehouses and got a bunch of stock. You guys want it? Maybe not in that exact wording, but that's what it seemed like, because they just put up this page, and they're like, look at all this stuff from Matty Collector. And I was like, there's a lot of stuff in here, like, Thundercats Classic Mumra and, like, other subscription exclusives. Like, what kind of Masters of the Universe stuff can I find? 'Cause there's a bunch of stuff I'm missing. So, we have this in front of you. So, first things first, there was a ton of stuff that went up. Probably, there's other stuff that I didn't have that I probably could have gotten, but this is, like, essentially what I was, like, focused on. So, what we have, first of all, is that all these were on discount of some sort, which was amazing. Because this whole batch was like $120 for like the whole batch, which is insane for Masters of the Universe Classics figures, especially post Matty Collector days. Even for Matty Collector days, because they're about $30 a piece. So this is insane. They were all new in box and everything, but I opened them. All right, so first up, let's talk about Despara. Now, Despara was a subscription exclusive, I think in 2015 or 2016, something like that. I kind of fell off the line after I ran out of space to collect them, and I kind of got tired of the subscription giving me stuff I didn't need. So Despara is the evil version of She-Ra from the DC Comics, which started in like 2011. I really love that run of DC Comics, and it had the idea that, Fedora was indoctrinating the Horde, and they didn't get to her when she was a teenager. By the time she was an adult, it was too late, and now she's Despara, the Force Captain of the Horde. And yeah, pretty cool figure. She just dropped her staff, but she's got 2 swords. which store nicely. Articulation's a little limited. They removed the thigh swivel and the torso. There's no torso joint. There's just a waist joint. So I think they just removed the... Actually, thinking about it, yeah. Thigh swivel's missing, but other than that, she's got all the articulation. She also comes with her like normal Adora head, which is cool. But yeah, this is a cool figure I really wanted to get for a very long time. Did not want to buy the subscription that year because the line was getting so obscure with everything. And I was just like, I don't know who most of these figures are. I don't care. So I didn't want to get her, and then she was like pushing 80, 90 bucks on eBay. And then Big Bad Toy Store was like, yo, we're getting a bunch of them for like 40. You want? And I was like, yes, thank you. So that is Desparo. Which also makes me happy that I got the original color Hordak, because Desparo matches that. The non-She-Ra character here, King Chubala, from the 2000X He-Man series. He goes with Chief Carnivus and Lord Dactyls. It's like, you know, the Animal Kingdom leader guys. These were really cool. I liked them in the show. I have Carnivus and Dactyls, so I was like, oh, let me get Chubala. Chubala was a nice $17.99, which isn't too bad. And he's a really unique looking figure. So yeah, mostly I was kind of focused on, you know, filling out the She-Ra cast, but here's Chubala. So Chubala's cool. Next up, we'll talk about Queen Angela. Of course, me collecting the She-Ra characters, I need the Queen. So Queen Angela here, she's got the Hawkman Hawkgirl wings from DC Classics. She looks really cool. She got the little halo piece. She was a nice $14.99. That's why I said these were like a really good deal. They're like half off most of the time. And she's really cool. I like her. She's pretty neat. She goes with the Princesses of Power. So, really awesome. Next up, we have Perfuma. Perfuma smells like flowers, and it's such a strong smell after her being in packaging for like 3-4 years that when I opened it, it was like I was in the middle of a flower garden. And as somebody that has pollen allergies, that sucked. Because it wasn't affecting my allergies, but it gave me the same feeling, which isn't the best. She still smells like flowers, but it has dissipated a bit. It's not like Mossman, though, where he smelled disgusting. Perfuma definitely smells nicer. She's really cool. My only complaint here is her flower gun thing is like solid plastic, so she can't actually hold it. She can hold it, but like she can't lift it. Like it just falls out of her hand. And because of the way that they gave her the Evil Lyn hand over here, it's too soft to actually support anything. So essentially the giant flower gun is just kind of there dangling or on the ground. In fact, on the back of the packaging, they show her with not holding it. So, you know, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's Perfuma, really awesome. Then we have Peekaboo. Peekaboo here is a giant peacock woman. She looks really cool. Her whole ability is that she can see things with the eyes, the peacock feathers, which is awesome. These actually fold up, which I was kind of amazed at. And in the packaging, they had like the plastic between her and the peacock tail. So this actually comes out of her back in case you don't want the peacock feathers on her. So that's pretty neat. But I prefer the peacock feathers fully splayed out, and she balances incredibly well. Like I'm really shocked considering this Mattel. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Her ankles might die like a bunch of other figures did, but pretty cool. So I'm almost got all the Princesses of Power now. I just need Sweet Bee and Natasha, and I'll have those finished off. Last but not least, we have Bo. Now Bo is She-Ra's best friend from the cartoon, the mini comics. I have to raise the camera because it's a little tall here. Bo is essentially the sidekick for She-Ra. He plays the damsel in distress. He plays a noble hero. Depends on whatever media he's in. Bo is something I've been not having in my collection for a very long time. I missed him. I think when I was in the MOTU Classic subscription like heavily, I missed him like a couple times, I think. Or I just couldn't afford him or something like that, and I was like, oh, I'll get him later. He's not super hard to find. They reissued him a bunch, but this was like, you know, by the time I got here, by the way, this is Arrow. I did not get Arrow at Big Bad Toy Store. I got Arrow from Matty Collector like 4 years ago, and he's been sitting in a box. So I was like, oh, I need to get Bo eventually to go with Arrow, and now I'm not taking Bo off right now. But anyways, so I finally got Bo. Bo was $19.99, so he was a little bit more expensive than some of the others, but totally worth it. Like, he's awesome. He's very essential. He's like, I call him the honorary Princess of Power because he's just, you know, he's cool. He goes with the whole She-Ra family of characters, and I think he's pretty essential. So I'm really happy to have him. Nice to go with Arrow, since Arrow's been sitting in a box for like 4 years. Bo's also got like a ton of accessories. First up, he comes with an arrow, which you can actually hold because they molded an arrow hand. He's got alternate head that based on his toy look. So this is like the Filmation look. This is the toy look. He's also got an alternate chest gem, so you can have like a regular circle instead of the heart. He's got his like lute, so you can play music to people. And of course, he's got his bow, which is like a nice horse head on top. It's got a place for a string if you wanted to add a string. I like this better than the weird molded string with the arrow attached to it that they did for Green Arrow and Red Arrow and stuff. So yeah, the bow is like, I needed to get bow for the longest time. This was my chance. Despara was like, I need Despara to, I want Despara because she's like the unique character of the DC Masters comics. And then Pika Blue, Perfuma, Queen Angela, all part of the princesses I'm trying to complete. And Chubla was cool. So this was really great. I'm glad Big Bad Toy Store was able to get a bunch of stock. Makes me really happy, especially since now Bo here, or Arrow here now has Bo to go with him. So moving this aside, the same Target sale that included video games also included board games. Me being a board game person, somehow, as well as a video game person, I decided to pick some stuff up. They were buy one, get one half off. So first up, we have Captain Marvel Secret Scrolls. This is a game based off of a game called Secret Hitler, where you play as different world leaders trying to decide who's Hitler and who is sided with Hitler. Kind of fun. I played it. One of my friends brought it over to. I played it during one of my birthday. We went out somewhere and like played it in the middle of a open mall. Anyways, so when they came out with Secret Scrolls, which is a modification of Secret Hitler to be scroll based for Captain Marvel, I said to myself, I need to get that. Because not only did I like Captain Marvel as a movie, I also really love Scrolls from like way back, because Fantastic Four villains and such. So this is cool. You get to play as like all the members. You can play as all the members of Star Force, Shield agents like Coulson and Fury. Talos is a playable character, and there's cards for like everything. So it's pretty cool. It's just like a nice themed version of Secret Hitler, but now it's Secret Scrolls, so it kind of fits in my stuff better. The next game is from Ravensburger. We have Jurassic Park Danger Adventure Strategy Game. This game is fascinating because I could not figure this out. I had some friends over for a game night. We tried to play it. Totally missed like the point or something because we ended up getting really lost. This seemed like a straightforward game. Like, oh, you move around the island. The dinosaurs chase you. One player plays as dinosaurs. The other players play as humans. And then it was like, oh no, there's actually a lot of strategy to this, and there's cards that you have to like adjust and put, face up or face down, and activate cards and do this and this. And so we got kind of lost. I've done research, I've watched playthrough videos, I'm like ready to play this game. This is really cool too because the board is in these hexagon shapes, so that way you can actually like change them around. You don't have to put them in a set spot, which is really awesome. So if you're looking for a game that has a lot of strategy while also being themed off a classic movie, this is for you. Speaking of classic movies, as well as a lot of strategy, we have Disney Villainous. Not only the worst takes it all, but also Wicked to the Core, the expansion / standalone game. This was one of the games I really wanted to get. I've been hearing about it for quite a while. This is made by, I think it's also Ravensburger as well. I forget. Yeah. I think it's Ravensburger, not Ravensburger. Anyways, this is made by the same company that did Jurassic Park Danger. Basically, the idea here is that you get to play as different Disney villains and try to complete your evil goals, while the other villains try to stop you by activating different cards on you. It's all card-based. It's, got movers for 4 different locations for each villain. Really cool stuff. It's super high quality, so it's got that. See, here's the thing. It says Wonderforge here and Ravensburger here, so are these the same company? They have the same font, so maybe they are. Anyways, I need to look into that, obviously. Clearly, there's some differences here. Point is, game is by Prospero Hall, either way. This was the first one. Disney Villainous has Captain Hook, Maleficent, Jafar, Ursula, Prince John, and Queen of Hearts. And then Wicked to the Core has Hades, Dr. Facilier, and Evil Queen. So essentially, this set here, by the way, works as a standalone game or mixes with their villains because it has all the pieces you need to play. This just has more villains and then the cauldron piece that holds all the power tokens. So if you want to play a game, say with 3 people, and one person wants to be Jafar, and one person's Hades, and the other person's like Prince John, totally an option. Totally cool. Because essentially, they can also just make expansions to this game forever. Because what you have is that you know each villain has a deck and a fate deck, so it's like their villain deck does stuff and their fate deck does stuff, and their board. That's all you need. Like they could sell single pack villain sets even. But you need at least like 2 or 3 to have a good time. Because like with 2, it kind of gets very, you know, back and forth. Like each villain keeps trying to disrupt the other. But with 3, it kind of, you know, just it changes up a bit. I think 3 is probably the magic number with this game. But really cool stuff. Really cool game. I played it a little bit. I want to play more of it. Each villain plays completely differently, which is super fun. And overall, that's the Soundout pickups for the week. So. We got board games, we got Masters of the Universe figures, video games, and movies and TV shows. Got a lot this week. Probably won't have as much next week. Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out Tuesday, which means money is going straight to that, and nothing but that for at least part of it. Hopefully we can have some more reviews on the channel soon. I'm kind of thinking up some ideas for Model Kit Monday, for Power Rangers reviews, and other things like that. So if you have any suggestions of videos that I can do that aren't reviews, let me know in the comments below. And also be sure to stay tuned for next week's Soundout pickups. And you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on a video. And until then, be sure to check out Hero Club at hero-club.com for all your nerd news and more. Until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.